이야기도 Merci de voir ça.
If today was not a cricket home, if tonight was not a cricket dream, if tomorrow wasn't free.